Hello, hello, hello. Today is the 24th of October, 2022. Every 2 weeks we hear from Norm Winski, and today is the day. Norm, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, Jeff. I was on about 2 weeks ago ahead of the seventh weekend, and we had here's what I had last time. I thought I'd review those. We had something to the U.S. natal chart that's taking a snapshot of where the planets were back on the 4th of July, 1776, when the USA started. And then we see if we have a point. So we had a point there, and then we had one, two, I think, yeah, two more that weekend of the 7th. And then we also had three more things. Pluto turning direct. If you want any help with any of these technical terms, give me a call, email me, or I'll give you a free lesson. Mercury max and Mercury cycle there for grains. And then we had a full moon too. So this was potentially was a huge cluster of events. Okay, so let's see how it all worked out. There we go. There's corn. You were near a low there for the corn, and then it took off. If you bought on the opening, you did well. And then the beans are going sideways, so we do nothing. That's a yellow. Green is good. Here's wheat, did similar to the corn, and you had the 2 points there. And then the cocoa rallied into our window there for the 10th and made a nice stop there. And then coffee was going sideways. And then the hogs just kept going, so that's a miss. And silver kept going down, and that's a miss. And gold kept going down, and that's a miss. And there you go. And then the S&P kept going down, and I got all those points. None of them worked. I've never remember anything like that before. Here's T-bonds. That didn't work either. And with those 5 points there, and there was 5 points for the dollar, and none of that stuff worked. So we're at the bottom line now. We got 5 winners, 19 misses out of 24, only 20.83% winners. Probably my worst performance ever. All right, so looking ahead here now, here's what's coming up. We just had this past weekend. We had Saturn turning direct in Aquarius, and by the way, this applies to almost always to the stock market. All these points, but only narrow filters for the commodities. So we have coffee, copper, and stocks then. And so we're looking for a possible top here, or we got a big one tomorrow, early tomorrow morning, the 20, overnight from the 24th, early 25th. We have a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. And so anytime we have a new moon, full moon, precious metals, cocoa, hogs, and T-bonds. They do the Scorpio factor there. And so we on the stock market, I know most people interested in the stock market, could be like a 1 to 2 day short-term top here. Then later in the week, the night of the 27th, Jupiter is going what we call retrograde from the point of view of the Earth. It looks like if you looked up in the sky, you would see that it looks like Jupiter's going backwards due to the relative motion of the Earth, and it's going to leave the sign of Aries and enter into Pisces. So we have a shift in emphasis there, and that could affect coffee, corn, gold, oil, sugar, and wheat. And then at the end of the week, over the 28th weekend, we had Mars in Gemini turning retrograde for a major change in trend for stocks. And we got copper coming up, I think, somewhere here. I think I mentioned copper. And so here's a copper chart, which I didn't include in the review. And copper was up into the weekend, and now it's down about 4.5 cents when I last looked a little while ago. I've been doing this a long time, about 45 years or more. Coming up here on October 31, it'll be my 44th anniversary for this my market letter. And there we go. And if you'd like to contact me, here's my contact information. Here's my phone. I'm in Naples, Florida, 239-594-3939. You can email me. I probably won't get my emails out today, but it's supposed to be back tomorrow. So if I don't get back to you tonight, don't worry. I'll get back to you tomorrow. It's Ann Winski at Embark Mail. That's embarkmail.com. Or call me at _1 on Skype. So looking forward to helping some of your folks, Jeff. hopefully I'll bounce back here and we'll start cranking out the good numbers again like I usually do.
Well, Norm, I'm going to say two things. First of all those red arrows you had in the stock market came exactly when the Carolan low was supposed to be and exactly when the DeMark low was supposed to be. So we had a number of totally irrelated, um, a number of totally unrelated systems all calling for the same things, and being off 3 days is still being off, but I don't think in the scheme of things that's unforgivable because you were close to a major low. And I think we've been doing this now almost 3 years, and that's the first one I can remember you were under 70%. So I guess frankly, I have people who never show me a losing trade. I don't believe a word they say. You at least, I believe everything you say, because otherwise you wouldn't show that. Anyway, Norm, I always enjoy hearing from you. We're going to see you back in 2 weeks, and thanks for coming on.
Thanks very much, Jeff. Everybody have a great week.
Okay, bye.